Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. Happy holidays to everybody. Like you're seeing a lot of videos, the 10 best of. We're going to do the 10 best records, new releases of the year. And as an addition, I'm going to put the 10 new acquisitions I've made into my huge Brian's Funhouse collection. Before we get into those 10, Nina Pop-Up wanted to do her top 3 listens of the year. Number 3 was what? Dog Eat Dog by AC/DC. Very good. What was number 2? Bark at the Moon by Ozzy Osbourne. Of course, number 1 every year seems to be Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. So I gotta tell you, I'm getting too much stuff. I need to put the brakes on just a little bit so I can really listen to these albums and CDs that I'm buying. It seems like I'm purchasing more than just sitting down here and just listening. But as of now, this is the top 10. The order can change as I get to listening to these a lot more. But number 10. So these are all things that were released in the year of 2023. And hats off to us that are still buying new music. A lot of us, we go into the record store and buy used albums from way back when, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, 90s. So it's nice to still be supporting bands that are putting out, new music, new songs. Interesting thing I picked up kind of on a whim on a cover. I've known KFDM for a very long time, German industrial band. The CD I think was released in 2022. But the vinyl, like a lot of vinyl, had to kind of wait because a lot of these places that produce vinyl are way backlogged and it takes a while. So this, I believe, officially came out in 2023, the vinyl version of KFMDM, their 21st studio record called Hyena. And I really liked it. I love the cover art and really like, if you've heard KFMDM's brand of industrial music, they didn't stray too far from what they are known for. So it was really, really good stuff. My 9th favorite new release is from a long-term band from the 80s, Chicago's pride and joy of punk rock bands, one of the best in the world doing it, Naked Raygun. Sadly, this might be it for them. I doubt they'll ever play live anymore. Their last studio album was my favorite album of the year. This is from it, and this 7-inch came out this year on Wax Trax. It's got homages from that album, over the Overlords, which, like I said, was a great album. But they have on this, the B-side is Where You Live, which is a cover song from Government Issue. So good stuff from that. Speaking about Naked Raygun, a longtime bass player in the band, Peter Kedsley, we sadly lost him. And this was a tribute album that came out in his honor. A lot of bands, Face to Face, Josh from the Smokin' Popes, the Broke Downs, Peg Boy, of course, the Usuals, Hot Water Music, list goes on and on. They all paid tribute, and played some great Naked Raygun songs in his honor. So for me, number 8 was this Godspeed tribute to Pierre there. Number 7, of course, man, the production team was strong on this. Everyone was talking about this when this came out. Metallica 72 Seasons. It is their 11th studio album, came out in April, and everyone was talking about it. Tons of YouTube videos were made on it. I've played it maybe twice, so I need to play it a lot more before I have an honest opinion. I do think I like it, which is not always true from any album after, like Injustice for All. It's been hit or miss with me with Metallica, but yeah, I have to play this one a lot more to get a good opinion on it. Another long-term band from the punk rock world, NoFX. They released their 15th album. Officially, some of it came out in 2022, but the vinyl, like I said, had to be, like a lot of places, kicked back. So this came out in 2023. The little thing on the record says copyright 2023. NoFX, double album. They had single album before this, and this is double album. If you like NoFX at this point, it's melodic, hardcore, punk rock, a little bit of humor thrown in there. It's just really good stuff. A long-term band. I believe they're on their final tour now. I mean, when you're playing that fast stuff and you get up to your mid-late 50s, 60s, yeah, it's hard to keep it going. Speaking about hard to keep it going, my 5th new favorite release, I don't know, it's like their 400th studio album. A little band from England called the Rolling Stones, Hackney Diamonds. I have the White Sox version cover, and I picked this up as well. Haven't opened it yet. But when I spun the other alternate cover, version, it was really good stuff. Wow, I didn't realize this is their first original studio album since 2005. It has been a while, boys, huh? And they, of course, are hitting the road. Tickets are selling like hotcakes for 2024. Who would have thought we'd be seeing a Rolling Stones tour still featuring Keith Richards? That's crazy stuff, people. But yeah, this was really good. It's kind of, I believe it felt or stays true to their form of the sound we like from the Rolling Stones. So yeah, good job. Crazy longevity. Number 4 was a new-ish band. Came out, I believe this is their 3rd album. Lots of controversy with this band. Talking about Sleep Token. I saw them live at Riot Fest in September. I was blown away from their show. It was really creepy. To me, if you view them as a heavy metal band, I could see where you can be like, oh, they're just kind of posers, blah, blah, blah. I view them as a pop band with a strong tendency to go into heavy metal. Therefore, I like them. The sad songs are really good. Are You Really Okay? Some people may think it's cheesy. Some people may think it's really good. I'm in the camp of it. It's a really good, sad, slow song. Emotional stuff. And yeah, I love how this album flows through all 12 tracks. They're not for everybody, but Sleep Token, yeah, I think they did a great job with this one. Take Me Back to Eden. It's really good stuff. Number 3, and I gotta confess, I may have played this just once through. I need to get into it. One of my favorite bands. If you saw the video before this, you'll see I ran into Mr. Billy Corgan. But this was their release this year. Autumn, a rock opera in 3 acts. I've just, like I said, played it once. With this kind of music, you really need to play a lot, especially since it is kind of an opera thing. It's going to flow throughout the whole album. But I'm a completist, I think, with Smashing Pumpkins, so I had to get this. And I really can't wait to sit still for a moment in my crazy life and really just play this and enjoy this. But it made number 3. Number 2, same day. Ran into Billy Corgan. I saw Robin Taylor Zander, which is Robin Zander, singer of Cheap Trick's son. He put out a brilliant release here. It's folk rock, I would say, indie folk rock. If you're a fan of like 90s indie rock, you probably really enjoy this. This is The Distance, and it is a great album from him. Young kid, I'm looking forward to what he has down the road. Now, number 1 for me was actually a CD, a singer that was in Grand Prix, MSG, probably know more for MSG. I'm talking about Robin McCauley, and he put out a record called Alive. I got the CD version of it. It was very good stuff. One of my favorite vocalists of all time, so I was glad he's still kicking ass here in the year 2023. Great strong pipe still to this day. Robin McCauley, Alive, hit my number 1. And take a sip out of my Kiss picture mug that I made for myself here. And hey, thanks, by the way, for all you people subscribing and commenting. I love replying to the comments. I don't always have to agree with you guys. You don't always have to agree with me. It's nice to just share our opinions there in the comment section. Like I said, thanks for all the subs and all that stuff. Real quick, let's go through my top 10. These are the top 10 things that I was like, yes, I added them to the Big Brian's Funhouse inventory here, collection. This will all be my favorite CDs were Chicago Metalworks, Volume 5, 6, and 7. Takes me back to the late 80s when I was in a band trying to break into the club scene, and one of the first and only places that would have us was the good old Thirsty Whale in River Grove, Illinois. These are all the bands that used to play there. Cutlass, Sweet Sybil, No Romeo, Uzi, Insania. The list just goes on and on. So, Red Baron, AWOL, Catch-22, Stone Edge, Bloodshot. So yeah, it just was really neat to get these. I paid a pretty penny for them because they weren't, I don't know, I think they just made a few hundred of these way back in the day. So really glad to have that. I got my favorite large, meaning size-wise purchase, Rush Signals. This is a box set. I think it was really well done, really cool art in here. Love Signals, my favorite Rush album, so that's my favorite CDs, my favorite box set. Let's get to the vinyl. Number 10 for me was Warrant. This is a reissue. You're going to find a lot of reissues in this top 10 countdown. This is Dog Eat Dog. It was their third album, came out in '92. This reissue just came out on Music on Vinyl. I love Music on Vinyl. They always do a great job. A little harder edge to the Warrant sound there. Number 9, Record Store Day, Black Friday release. I just got limited to 2,000. I believe there's still some around. Jesus Lizard is a great band, popular in Chicago area, but nationwide, you know, there's still some around because not everyone knows the greatness, the power of the Jesus Lizard. This is Blue. This is their 6th and final album from 1998. Like I said, it was repressed, reissued here in 2023. This was a pickup I did in Iceland a few videos ago. I did two videos of me record shopping in Iceland. Maple Metal. What's unique about this is Sebastian Bach, formerly of Skid Row, is in his first band, I believe Kid Wicked. Kid Wicked had a song called Take a Look at Me, and it's on this comp from 1985. The cover, yes. We all want to meet a nice Canadian lady, have a few brewskis, talk about hockey. Yes, very, very good. Also from Iceland, this will be number 7. This is the Peter Criss solo album from 1978. This is the German pressing, which is why it made my list. German pressing, obviously they changed the S's from the light bolt configuration to a more normal shaped S. Really, it's just more or less because I like Kiss. I like to collect Kiss. And inside there, if you bought the 4 solo albums separately, those versions always included these cool posters. This is the Peter one. I used to have all 4 of them hung in my room, and I believe they're kind of shot all the hell, so it's nice to get a nice crisp Peter one there. Number 6, one of my favorite bands of all time. I was able to get this on vinyl. I think to complete all the vinyl releases they've had. They have a few releases that are just CD only. A band that spanned, you know, the 70s, 80s, 90s, O's. Is that what we call it? The O's? The 10s and 20s. One of the best rock bands, if not the best American rock band out there ever, with probably one of the best vocalists ever. Solid band. Come on, give it up for Cheap Trick. Nowadays, you know, you see them opening up for last stadium tour, but they deserve to be headlining big arenas around the world. Such a great catalog. Special one, the big song release was Scent of a Woman. Some people, you know, Cheap Trick, when you have a long career, you're going to have some albums that are great, some that are just good and great. People, you know, are mixed feelings on this. I really like Special One a lot, so glad to have it on vinyl. Came out originally 2003 there on vinyl. Also up when I was in Iceland, number 5, Not Rebecca. This came out in '95. If you're looking for indie rock / pop punk, just really good stuff. This came out and I got it on CD. Finally got the vinyl. I had to find it all the way up in Iceland. Not Rebecca, Twin City Obituary. Wonderful album. Pick this up. There are some albums that I just want everyone to listen to and like, isn't this great? That's one of them. Alright, number 4, Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Am I holding it right? Here we go. Are You Normal? Everyone knows the album before this. Had lots of songs, lots of MTV airplay. They're starting to kind of fall off with this one. People weren't as interested in them in 1992 as they were a year prior in 1991. But I really like this, and this was on my list forever and ever. It was hard to find a vinyl. You had to pay a good price for it, around $100 US. So they repressed it in 2023. So sometimes if you play the long game, it's worth it. You can pick something up if you want to reissue instead of paying a big price for the original. Number 3, one of my favorite current bands, Wolf Alice. Oh, they have 3 albums. All of them are great. Saw them live. What a wonderful performance. Beautiful Ellie here on the cover. This is Blue Weekend Live, where they take 4 tracks from their epic album Blue Weekend and play them live, obviously. Just a great album. I had to get this imported there from the great old UK where they're from. But Wolf Alice, I am on the lookout for anything new that they will do. Hopefully they'll put out some new music 2024, 2025. These last 2 are from the same band. Number 2 and number 1 are from a.f.i, hardcore band turned more into an alternative rock band as we went through the 90s. This came out in 2003. This is Sing the Sorrow, they put out a reissue, re-release, man, went up like that. I think they had to do like another round. There's so many people were jumping all over this album to get it. I believe this version, if you want to stay with me for a little while more, and really this top 10 list is just a snippet. I've enjoyed a lot of music I've bought, a lot of new music. It's hard to pick just 10, but for list's sake, it's just easier. Yeah, it's like the swirly red and black, really beautiful album. This is a great one. I prefer this era, or this sound from a.f.i. more than their early hardcore times. That was my number 2 favorite addition to this big collection of junk. a.f.i. December Underground on vinyl. This is original pressing 2006. It's hard to come by, so you gotta pay a pretty penny. Probably the most expensive thing I bought this year vinyl wise. Paid 160 US. If you see my wife, tell her it's paid like 20 bucks. It's worth 250 right now, medium price. If you look on app, 250. So yeah, one something isn't too bad. I really like the album a lot. Bought it on CD when it came out, so I'm glad to have the vinyl. That, like I said, original pressing from 2006. All right, so that's my top 10 of my favorite 10 editions. Let me know in the comments below some of your favorite things you bought this year and some of your favorite new albums, that came out this year. Thank you very much for supporting this channel 2023. You'll easily be able to support it by just liking and clicking and sharing and telling all your friends and family. Hey, there's an idiot on YouTube that likes to talk about toys and music. Let's check him out. Yeah, happy holidays to you. Hope everyone has a great day, great holiday season, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.